This year was supposed to be my first year. Actually, Burning Man is how Zeke and I started talking to each other, not talking about RP. Why did you say you wanted to bring me? I'm a yes person, something like that. I'll say yes to
Yes.
anything.
Not anything. You're open. You're yes more yes to adventure.
Mostly yes to adventure. Mostly no to extremely boring activities like social ones. Unless I'm on the playa, which would probably be hella social. Every time I go outside, I can't stop talking to people. Pugs! Pug mask! Ha! I don't want to die. You
No, listen.
do.
I this is why I'm so super excited to travel to places with you, because you can just do all the small talk yourself. It's great.
Do you know how many people have relied on me to talk in my life? I actually hate it, and I love the fact that you talk. So don't ever do
Honey, you can't help yourself.
it. No, stop.
You can't help yourself.
But just
At Michael's the other day, you were just like, Pugs, okay, let's go on for 10 minutes about Pugs. And you seem very happy doing it.
do it with people who don't speak English either. It's terrible.
That's the first I'm hearing of that you do with people who don't speak English. That's a good one.
Oh man, the funny times I had in Germany with little old ladies that couldn't speak English. It was just laughing. It was a lot of laughing, probably at me. I don't know, but I found if you laugh and smile, people are much more likely to help you than if you look confused and have a scowl on your face. And I needed help because I was lost.
Is it hot at Burning Man? Yeah, it can get hot, but it's also the desert, so it gets hot during the day and cold during
And
the night.
freezing cold.
Sometimes it gets freezing. Usually it's not too bad. It's usually high 50s.
Didn't you tell me most people do most of their stuff at nighttime and then sleep away the hottest part of the day?
Depends on what kind of person they are. That's what I do.
Which
I'd be out until what's that?
The pallet that was right here.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, thank you.
I'd be out till sunrise and go to sleep until, I don't know, 11. Do it all over again. But no one, like, only fucking masochists, like, do shit during the hottest parts of the day. Like, it's a pretty known thing. Like, during the hottest parts of the day, Burning Man, either you, like, stay in the shade and rest up for the night, or you love the heat. You're one of those people. Like, the people that live in Phoenix for fucking no reason.
Agnes lives in. He doesn't like when it gets that hot though.
Yeah. No, I just don't understand why anybody would live in Arizona at all. Because it's super hot. There's barely any features like water, mountain, forest features and shit like that. It's just blazingly hot most of the year. Like, it seems silly to me unless you are a lizard.
I gotta take you to Arizona.
Maybe I'm thinking of New Mexico.
Well, you're thinking of like Tucson. Like the rest of Arizona, like northern Arizona is literally where the Grand Canyon is, and it's like a thick ass pine forest and mountains and snow. And Sedona, Arizona is like this incredible city up in the hills that gets snow, but it's all made out of red rock. Like the whole thing's naturally occurring red rock. Pretty fabulous to see.
Still loses because it's hot. Still
They're not
loses.
hot
Too
there
hot.
though. They're cold.
Too hot.
They're cold there. You gotta go to Arizona, man. Who lives in Arizona that'll take my man on a trip?
Honestly, like,
I mean, it's not the best place in the
I
world.
can deal
I'm
with
just
chat
saying.
doing it, but when you start actuallying me,
I
and
didn't say actually.
I was making a generalization.
Generalization
That's where I draw the
is
line.
terrible. It's like me making generalization about Montana. Super.
That is fine.
You would correct me though.
No, I wouldn't. I'd go with you.
Correcting me right now.
I would. I'm correcting you because you're wrong. I would go with you on that because that's the first rule of improv. If you said like Montana is a black hole in the middle of the galaxy, I would say, yes, it is. Time is very slow. See, we fight. That's about the size of it.
Is that a fight?
Exactly.
I fucked up. I didn't fight back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Did it?
That's about it, though.
Oh.
Pretty weak.
Grr.
Pretty weak. Are you doing this side?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna start this side, but I do need to close your eyes again.
Hold on. You're going to do what now?
This side, close your eyes.
Okay.
I'm just putting.
I just want to make sure whatever side you're doing.
Mm-hmm. This is actually a liquid lipstick, y'all, but it works really well as primer. It is Jeffree Star. I do not support him. It was a gift.
Jeffree Star, a bad person.
He's racist.
Well, not like really bad.
I mean, he's not as bad as the commies, but
Oh,
them
those
damn
pinko
socialists.
bastards.
Them socialists. One for them impoverished people.
See,
feel hyper.
Beata's green. My in-laws live in Arizona. It's all the same color. There's no green.
But up north there is. I've seen. No.
Zeke moisturizing. I don't moisturize.
I mean,
I don't really. No, moisturizing is for to eliminate dry skin, right? I've always had oily.
he has normal skin. Normal combination.
I have normal combinations.
Do you ever see those people
That's
with?
wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, have you seen those people with the nasty cystic acne? Those are the people with
Like the-
nasty oil. Like they burst volcanoes on their face and pick a sweatshirt in class secretly when you're not looking, but you are looking.
Like the bad guy in the movie Grease.
Oh,
Big ass acne scars. I know Deca Bear. I was trying to raise my voice, but whatever powder she was using was like, I was just trying to like get the words out. No, don't apologize. It didn't hurt her.
I need someone's bill. We're gonna take.
Why is it important for me to moisturize? Tell me, not you. I want Andrew to tell me. Why do I need to moisturize when I haven't done it my entire life and I feel fine? And you seem to think I'm attractive.
You can be attractive and very unhealthy. Marilyn Monroe.
That's what I'm saying. Is moisturizing unhealthy? But don't answer. I want him to answer.
You're talking to him. I'm busy. I wasn't even listening till you said my name. I honestly don't even know what I'm not answering. But I'm not going to.
Oh, it's an Archer reference?
Actually, no.
No, I think it's the same. Like, I've never used, like, lip balm. Never used, like, any, like, lip balm or Carmex or anything like that.
You do wear sunscreen in the summer, though.
I don't
When
wear
we
it in the
go
summer.
out.
I wear it when I'm at Burning Man. Like, I coat that shit on.
Dude, we coated ourselves when we went to the park in the summer. But only because I was
Oh,
there.
yeah.
You insisted on paying it.
Oh, yeah. No, like, when you
You're not
when you said
stupid.
put on sunscreen in the summer, like, I don't put it on every day. If
No, I
I'm
meant
going to
if
be
you're gonna
spending,
go outside.
yeah, more than 20 minutes at a time outside, then yes.
Yeah, that's
Because
different.
I will burst into flames. My skin will light on fire.
Pretty pink
It
flames.
will blister. It will slough off, and I will be left like, remember Inside Out Boy from Nickelodeon?
Oh, no.
I will look like that. I'll just be muscle, no skin.
I loved Inside Out Boy. I wanted to be Inside Out Boy.
You have a hat for Burning Man? I have lots of hats.
We have it, like, literally, guys, our spare bedroom is costume.
Yeah.
We have an entire closet and some of our own closet and a room with just boxes and boxes of wigs and outfits and onesies and fuck everything. We have everything. We're pretty stacked right now.
If you don't care about looking old, there's no reason. Andrew, be honest with me. I'm 40. Does my skin look okay for being 40? Be honest.
I love finger paint.
All legs. Oh, I didn't know you were 40.
No one guesses
Sorry, I was busy talking about myself.
you. Nah.
See, that's what I. You're always so honest, Andrew, and that's what I appreciates about you.
Is that what you appreciates about him?
That is.
I think I look younger now than I did when I was in high school, but I think that is largely due to the fact that I don't wear as much makeup.
Dude, Andrew, I want you to go out there to Burning Man, and I want you to just go fucking full tilt Priscilla Queen of the Desert style and see like how everybody else is doing the same thing. It's so freeing and so wonderful.
And you don't have to dress up like Coachella, which is my favorite.
You don't have to dress up at all,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
but it's more fun if you do.
Well, I mean, you can dress up and not spend 3 hours every day doing your hair and gluing gemstones on your vagina, is what I'm saying.
True, yes.
To
Very true.
enjoy Macklemore from 5,000 people behind. It's a little bit different from what I hear. I'm mixing, guys. Sorry. I don't have water.
My dwarf doesn't like you. I don't like you.
Ugh.
I can't believe you made that entire ear out of just cotton balls. That is fucking insane to me.
Some tissue paper.
Well, that, whatever it is.
Both.
You made it from scratch, is my point.
It is pretty.
I can't believe that. Like, I'd have to have an ear and then add on to it. Like an actually pre-made pointy ear. And then maybe I could put some stuff on it. But I couldn't just make it from scratch. It would look fucking stupid, I'm sure. Noble Crow, your guess is as good as mine. It was her day to decide, or her time to decide, and she didn't tell me.
I don't have an idea. I'm just winging it.
And she keeps saying that. I don't have an idea. She's just winging it. But it looks like I'm sort of like an elf that that just got away from a battle in a war or something. Okay.
That'd be pretty badass. Idea. Elves don't have.
What's that?
Elves don't
Oh, yeah.
have elf.
That's true. I never think about that. Like, I don't know if any elves have beards. I don't know if I've ever seen one.
Either. Or they look like.
I bet their penises are really sharp, like an arrow.
I just pictured everyone with big clits they rub together, kind of like fish.
Where do the kids go? Like,
What do you mean?
Are they like? Do they get pregnant and get big?
Yeah, they still give birth, but I mean, I'm not picturing like sex. Like, can you picture elves fuck? I picture them like just having like this ceremony where they kind of like the like elf like
a pregnancy ceremony. It's all like completely clinical, and there's no like.
No, I was thinking like a
sweat
church
or anything.
ceremony, like a church ceremony. Like candles lit everywhere, and there's robes involved, and they both reveal their giant clits and rub them together, and one of them comes, and that's it.
That's kind of a Jewish tradition too, like an
What?
old Jewish tradition, like a marriage tradition. Like the couple would go off for a minute or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? You get it.
I remember my friend was telling me about that, about his
It was
his
nice?
his ceremony with his wife. He was like, yeah, it was really weird having all the family there. We wanted to keep it traditional, but like we just kind of like rubbed our crotches together for a minute and then came back out.
You know, in old France, they watched you
Mm.
consummate because they didn't trust you. They
Why,
had to watch the penetration.
why was
So
it so important?
I don't, because they were religious and that was the virginity thing, you know, and like the man could shout out, "She's not a virgin,"
Oh,
if he feels she's loose and sad or something. I don't know.
I'm so glad you were a virgin.
Me too. It really makes it special that I've never ever even had contact with another human being and that you still don't let me.
It does. I like. I mean, I like the idea of thinking that you are my possession, and I own you.
I mean,
That's not. It's nice.
That's what the shot caller meant.
It's really
and
comforting.
I'm serious about my commitments. The shot collar's on my oversized clip, by the way. If anyone's wondering why you've never seen it before, it's private. Someone brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. You did.
Yes.
You might not know this, but I've always like when people talk about like who do you see yourself ending up with and shit like that. It's like I see myself ending up with someone who I could say that it's just the worst things to and about in front of them, and they'll roll with it. It's a rare thing.
I mean, that basically just means you wanted to date someone who had been in theater and or improv.
Well, I don't even think so. You don't have to be like
so? Who else can
like you don't have to be like trained. You just have to be. You don't have to. You just have to know instinctively what I mean when I say things like horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like.
I mean, to be fair,
To be
I
fair.
I am pretty used to you, and I
pretty
do
good
the
harmony.
same thing.
Mhm.
Well, neither of us are tone deaf. That's a pro.
Yeah.
Yet. I'm basically just getting what I can done without water, and then we're gonna take a break. I desperately need water. My water base pains, but that's okay because we need a break anyways.
Dr. Claw, I would never end up with Scott because it's
He doesn't go
too
along
close.
with anything though.
It's too close to
Is it like masturbation?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if it Eliza
And also
and I
Scott
hooked
is
up,
Scott is the kid on the playground. If he wasn't like, just a skinny little pussy, he would be the kid on the playground that hits just too hard to be funny. It'd be like, you'd give him like, good job, and he'd be like, whap, good job to you, and he'd be like, dude.
we shouldn't make fun of his eating.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Sorry, Scott.
Really sensitive about breasts development. But puberty will come. I'm holding in for you.
Ah, I see Zeke is getting his face absolutely painted again, you dirty boy. Oh, I am a dirty
All I did was wash
That's
his
right.
face. What are you talking about?
Faucious. Dirty. He likes me at random intervals.
Or I'll just sniff his head hard. Does anybody else do that? Is anybody else addicted to their significant other's smell? Because for real, I'm not kidding or saying that for views. Like that's maybe if that makes you horny, like give me your money. But I'm
And the thing is,
addicted to his hot neck scent.
It's not. It's like it's at varying degrees of cleanliness, and by that I just mean like she likes it at like directly after a shower, and she likes it, if I haven't showered for like 3 days.
You don't stink. I firmly believe that. Like every once in a while your pits do, but you usually smell it before I do, and it's usually because we had something funky for dinner. You never stink. You never have. Your balls that one time though.
That's different. That's a pooling point.
Dude, I don't know what had happened, but he hadn't showered for like 5 days, and He let me smell that vinegar smell between his taint and balls, and whoa.
Well,
But he knew it was bad. It wasn't like a shock.
let's set the scene though, because it's a great scene.
Oh God.
It was, ooh, I better shower. I go in the shower. I start it up. I don't get under the faucet yet, or the shower head yet, because it's not warmed up all the way. She comes in. She's peeing, and I go, honey, and I put my hand around the side of the shower curtain, and I go, this is what I'm talking about. And it got close, and it was like someone who got, you know, one of those things they crack under your nose if you pass out. It was like someone who got one of those, just like a movie. It was just like, ah!
I'm not even killing you. It made my pee crawl up my body. I was like, bitch, I can't pee now.
Yes, it was like smelling something.
My whole body was just like,
yeah.
Ah! Your balls made that? Like, my mouth has been down there for long periods of time, and nothing like that has come out.
Yeah. It's just an amalgamation of things. Well, like, sloughed off skin, sweat,
poopies, pee-pees.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably. I mean, what did they?
It's on everything.
Mythbusters bust that. Like, there's poo particles in every bit of water.
Yeah, there's fecal matter on just about everything.
Yeah.
There's no avoiding it. Like, they did the toothbrush test. They're like, toothbrush on the back of the toilet, toothbrush on the sink, toothbrush just outside the door, and toothbrush in a completely other room covered underneath a glass. They're like, even the one under the glass had doo-doo particles on it.
That's why farting on someone's pillow can give them pink eye. Thank you for the follow. Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or what the fuck ever. Hail Satan.
Gooch grease. That's a good one. Yes.
Ooh.
It's like a fine foie gras.
Oh my God. It's kind of like Millie's anal glands.
Or that.
Minus the copper.
Why do I watch this while I eat? Well, Peach Keen, the more you realize how much poo-poo and pee-pee that you actually ingest without knowing it, the better. Then you can just ignore it. Honestly, it's helped me, like, when I drop shit on the ground, I'm like, oh, you know what? I've eaten so much poop.
I just blow the dog hair off. Unless it's a wet item. I'm like, okay. You probably absorbed shit.
Poo-poo, pee-pee, check. Well, also, like, not to bring up Burning Man again, but,
you sound like my community.
It
Sorry
really,
to change the subject, Katie.
It really makes you, like, less, not judgmental, but, like, less
Conscious?
choosy about what you ingest, because you will, if you go out there, no matter what, you will ingest a pound of playa dust just from breathing. So when you get, like, you take, like, some sandwich or something, and there's like this fine layer of dust on it, you're like, that's nothing.
I mean, I've told you stories about pulling shit out of my pockets to eat after a code.
Oh yeah.
When you're hungry, you're hungry, and
Yep.
if you have limited time to eat, we'll eat.
Yep. My dad told me a story about his cousin, who's a plumber. He had these, those gloves that go all the way up to your shoulder on. He just got done, like, reaching into a shit-filled pipe. He just takes that thing out, he goes, and then he just reaches into a pocket, grabs sunflower seeds, and throws them in. It's like, hey, man, when you work in the monkey house long enough, you stop smelling shit.
Mm-hmm. You just do what you gotta do. Like, I remember being so starving, I was called to a code, I shoved my sandwich in my pocket, and then the second the code was over, I pulled that shit out and started eating it one-handed while I was cleaning up, because I was like, I am going to pass out if I don't eat. But I gotta save a life, so this is what's happening.
I just imagine you sitting there with, like, a sandwich, and like, can you grab anything? No, hold on. No, I need the tube thing.
It's honestly way more sad. When someone dies, the only two people left in the room are one nurse who takes care of the body, and then me who takes care of the vent and shit. And then usually housekeeping will come by and start taking stuff out while you're in there. And it's just, they turn all the lights off and they roll the bed out immediately because they want to turn the room over really fast. And so it's just me in the dark with, like, half a bagel and cheese hanging out my mouth, like, wrapping up a vent and trying to sterilize, but, like, chew, but also hold it between your lips at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing.
Well, and also, like, they talk about, like, doctors having bedside manner and bad, like, nurses and stuff being really like curt and short with you. It's because they deal with the heaviest, most heartbreaking shit every single fucking day, and it just becomes another day. And that's why they're like, well, it's looking like the cancer's probably back, and this is gonna happen to him. I'm probably gonna have to go through chemo shit, and they give it to you like that because it's like somebody else going, yeah, the warranty on this stereo is gonna be blah 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 blah. Like, you don't realize that's their day every fucking day. It's like, hey, you have a little compassion. It's like, nah, all tapped out here.
Mm-hmm. That's usually why they have like the actual attending doc give you bad news or something, and not like a surgeon or
Yeah.
a research doc or an infectious disease doc, because they have no way. I mean, oh god, I was in the worst unplug one time when I was a young therapist, and this new doctor, she was like, "Oh, don't worry, they'll die right away. We're gonna stand here and wait for it to happen." So the family was like bawling their eyes out and so ready to watch their dad die. I extubated him. He lived for like 7 more hours, just choking on himself because that doc was an idiot and wouldn't give him morphine.
Oh my god.
It was horrible, just like gargling on his dying throat. And I what do you do?
Not your call.
No, pray for more morphine.
Yeah, wish that you could. Wish the guy had a different family.
Yeah,
Different doctor. Rainbow Gamer Girl. That is definitely, you just nailed like maybe my number one
oh, fears.
worst nightmare is having Alzheimer's and or dementia.
You want to know what my number one fear is? You having Alzheimer's or dementia. That's seriously my number one fear, is you forgetting me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I would die inside. I'd be that creepy lady from Nip Tuck who got plastic surgery to look young to try to get you to recognize me again.
Oh my god.
It was such a sad
I've told
scene.
Katie this story, but I'm not sure if I've told it on her stream before, but one of the like most like scarring events that happened that in recent history for me is I was in an airport. I was walking through and I hear this yelling and screaming, and it's like panicked. Like, you can tell there's panic in this voice. And I was like, what the fuck? And I turned around to see what it was. It was this old lady in a wheelchair screaming through tears because she didn't know where she was. She didn't know where she was going. And she didn't know the people who were taking her there because of her like dementia or Alzheimer's or something. It was fucking the worst. Like, that's why I think
and didn't
people
you say it was her daughter, like saying it's me, mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was her family. And that might be like why I think the people who need to get paid the most are like hospice. Like hospice or like care. Mental health, end of life. That kind of care should be paid like movie star wages, in my opinion. That's the job. It's one of my worst fears, and it's the job I would least like to have. Like, if there was only one job in town and it was caring for either Alzheimer's, dementia, or end of life people, I would starve to death. I would be homeless and starve to death. I would not take the job. Oh, I can't do it. I'm not strong enough.
Is it weird that you saying that makes me guilty not doing the job because I can do that? And I worry.
Absolutely not. There's no bad thing about being about your own happiness. I help with money. Like, I had this conversation with somebody. Like, how can you know if you're doing enough? Or what can you do? And I said the best thing that I found to do the most good is to be a success. And then you can do so much more. Like, if you like get to a successful point, you can, like, there's grassroots things you do, of course. But like, you can work in a soup kitchen for 8 hours. Or if you're like super successful, you can build a fucking soup kitchen. You see what I'm saying?
Yep, for sure. You know, I say this on my stream a lot, but you might not have caught it. Since I was a kid, my dream, other than this, has been to have a art facility where I can just do art with special needs kids for free. I've always said if I was independently wealthy, that's what I would like. I would supply all the tools. It would be like a safe space where kids could just come and like express themselves creatively. my wet dream. That's why I want to become successful. But it's the same. It's like become successful to help somebody else